Morning.
Morning.
Before Richie, I was single for 15 years. I had boyfriends. None of them had children. So as you can imagine, Richie has 3 kids. So as you can imagine, going from 1 person to 5 was extremely difficult on everyone. However, I learned a lot going from initial meeting to a basic relationship to now a lasting bond. First, always remember that there's an adjustment period, but it's really, really long. Second, always make sure that you're not backed into a corner with any sort of secrets. And then third, you must get rid of your old habits. So the first one, the adjustment period, I know it seems obvious, but there are some dumb people that didn't realize exactly how long it was going to take. So initially, when Richie and I got together, I was nervous that he had 3 kids. But then as we got closer and our relationship went on, I actually got excited about these 3 little people. Like, you know, if 3's company, then 5 is gonna be an actual party. However, his kids didn't feel the same way. They hated me before they even met me. Of course, some of it was mom, but then most of it was just that their little lives had changed, and I was part of that change, even though I wasn't the cause of it. So, how to survive the adjustment period? A lot of patience and a lot of alcohol. For 6 months, I walked into a house every Monday, Tuesday, and every other Saturday with a house full of people that was hoping that I choked during dinner. So I came in, I'd have a drink, I'd talk pleasantly, I'd laugh. It actually works very, very well. Fortunately, this adjustment period does end and you develop a relationship. But then you have to worry about the actual relationship. Never, ever, ever get backed into a corner with secrets. When if the child comes to you and says, Kim, I have something to tell you, but don't tell mom and dad. You are in so much trouble. So this is what I advise. You take in the information and you look at them and you say, okay, you should tell mom and dad. And then you bug the absolute crap for them until they share. My oldest shared something with me about a significant other, and I texted her and blew up her phone for days until she told dad. As much as I want a relationship with them, and as much as I want them to tell me things, I'm not their parent, and I can't make those decisions. So, fortunately, the last one I actually didn't know that was an issue until very, very recently. Bad habits, I think, are easier to break when you are the parent. And the reason why is because you give birth and then there's like a time frame where you know that they're gonna be bad and you let go of those bad habits. But I went from 0 kids to kids. So now my middle child has an issue with cussing. A bad issue with cussing. And I don't believe in cussing until after 5 o'clock when I'm at home and nobody's listening. Except now I have little ears listening. To survive this, pay attention to your bad habits before you even meet your children. So the step-parent, stepchild dynamic is very, very, very complicated. However, if you remember these 3 little things, adjustment period is very, very, very long. Do not get into the secret trap. And then also pay attention to your bad habits so you don't give them to your children. You will survive. Thank you.